recording really quick,
Мгм.
and then we can have this to access, okay? So on placing those builders, or the people that say they want to build, you know, my experience is you cannot know all of the answers, right? There is no way to know everything in that 14 days. It's kind of like getting married. You have to take what you can see and pray, and then you know what to do, and you have to just trust that. And
Мгм. Yeah. Люба, по поводу людей, да, за 14 дней, конечно же, нельзя полностью знать и предугадать, как человек проявит себя в будущем. Это подобно тому, как мы выходим замуж, да? Полная неожиданность может ждать впереди, и мы просто должны молиться, должны как-то вдохновение получать.
И довериться этому
И довериться,
чувству,
да.
и потом
Спасибо.
идти вперед. Да.
Да.
So I always take time to pray, because there is only so much that I can see, and I have to rely on someone that can see more, you know? And so meditate, pray, make sure it feels right in your heart where to place them as well.
Поэтому совет: медитируй, молись, чтобы высший источник мог тебе подсказать, что делать и, ну, да, как поступить с этим человеком.
Спасибо большое, Нетали. Я так и чувствовала, и поэтому ваш ответ меня мне подсказал, то, что я так и действую правильно.
Thank you, Natalie. That's what I did, and your answer confirmed that what I was doing was right.
So what did she say there?
She said that she felt the same. She felt the same, and your answer only confirmed that Luba was right. She was already praying and meditating about this.
Great. So on a physical level, you can make sure that they are sharing and enrolling successfully and showing up. So the sharing and enrolling is the capable, right? And committed is that they're showing up to your calls, they're showing up to a class or an event, like they're committed.
Поэтому, Люб, еще, если человек делится маслами, он способен регистрировать, то это человек способный, да? А если он приходит на классы, на встречи, на какие-то тренинги, то он еще и обязательный.
And some people I've watched, it's good to see them teach, like in a setting with a few people, but also on a one-on-one. I have some people that are not good in groups, but are really good one-on-one, and they are really good builders, you know.
И еще можно понаблюдать, как человек проводит классы, как он учит, потому что у меня были люди, которые замечательно чувствовали себя в такой небольшой компании, 1 на 1, например, в атмосфере, нежели в классе. Поэтому тоже наблюдай за ними, как они раскрываются. И если они, например, хорошо себя чувствуют 1 на 1, то они тоже становились сильными строителями бизнеса. Наблюдай, как учат.
Anybody can interrupt whenever they want to interrupt, but I'm going to try and go fast with the translation. So make sure and interrupt if you have something to say, okay?
Если у вас какие-то комментарии будут, говорите.
But the other thing I watch is influence. Are they able to influence? That is kind of measured by being able to enroll people, but also measured by if people come to a class or if people are listening to them. That is their degree of influence, yeah?
И еще один фактор — это способность быть влиятельным, оказывать влияние. То есть приходят ли они на класс, регистрируют ли они людей. То есть они должны быть с такой способностью влиять, оказывать влияние.
And then I also like to use the list in the launch guide where it says, you know, these are the attributes of some of our most successful builders. And there's a list of like 8 to 10 things.
И в книге «Старт» есть список характеристик, там 8-10 характеристик лидера сильного. Тоже посмотри.
And this is the best we can do right there.
Ну вот, похоже, это все, что мы можем делать.
Можно тогда я суммирую? То есть сначала у меня есть 2 недели, и я молюсь и чувствую, что мне подскажет. А дальше, если я получила это, то я смотрю, какой человек, характеризую его, и дальше я либо ставлю под него, либо ищу другого. Правильно? То есть все равно за 2 недели я должна это почувствовать. А дальше я уже смотрю и действую. Правильно?
So to summarize, during these 14 days, I meditate, I pray, and I have to receive the feeling, you know, what do I need to do? And then I look at the list of attributes, I see if a person is able to enroll and share, and then decide where to place this person.
Yeah. And usually I'm looking for all of those other information first, then I can get inspiration, you know, so I want to know as much as I can before I'm looking for inspiration about where to place them, you know?
И я вначале стараюсь собрать как можно больше информации, и только потом, руководствуясь этой информацией, молюсь и медитирую. Получаю подтверждение, откровение.
You got it. Exactly right. Okay?
Точно.
Спасибо большое.
Thank you very much.
Do you feel like as you think about those people, are you more clear about where to put them now? Or do you have questions about, well, this person is like this or that?
Теперь тебе яснее, когда ты думаешь об этих 3 людях, куда их поставить? Теперь тебе ясно, что делать? Или все равно еще есть какие-то сомнения?
Думаю, ясно. Я буду искать дальше. Я их найду.
Yes, I'm clear, totally clear what to do with them, and I will keep searching. I will find my leaders.
Okay.
Хорошо.
I am always measuring. I like to have a visual, you know, like a board, right? I will show you the board where I have my leaders in my room, and then, or in my office. Right place for them. Where will they grow the best? Are they going to grow best with that person or under someone else? You know.
Я сейчас покажу
So,
доску визуализации в моем офисе. Вот она, и я просто смотрю, где человек будет лучше всего расти, развиваться, какую поддержку он будет получать лучше всего. То есть у меня перед глазами эта доска визуализации всегда.
but I'm always looking for my very strongest people to keep closest to me.
И
And
самых сильных людей я всегда стараюсь ставить ближе всего к себе.
we were just with the presidentials in Italy, and many of them would just place maybe 5 levels deep, a really strong builder, just because they were trying to grow depth. But then when you help that builder grow, you are only getting paid out on a little part, right? And I also think that those people come to you because they need your leadership. So you will be inspired about where to place them in your tree, in your doTERRA family, you know?
Недавно мы были в поездке с президентскими бриллиантами в Италии, и я разговаривала с людьми, и у них самые сильные лидеры оказывались на 5-м, например, уровне, потому что они хотели развивать структуру больше вглубь. Но тогда они недополучали комиссию, то есть не так много выплат у них было, если бы они были повыше. Поэтому, Люба, у тебя будет вдохновение, куда ставить людей, твоих лидеров, в твою дотерровскую семью.
Спасибо большое, Нет. Одно ваше лицо на этом экране очень вдохновляет.
Your face just inspires us so much. Your smile, your appearance.
Oh, I am glad. Thank you, Luca. It is good to be together like this, right?
Здорово собраться вместе.
We can feel each other, and it is like we are right next door.
Мы рядышком, мы чувствуем друг друга, как соседи.
I know your belief is a 10.
Я знаю, что уровень веры у тебя 10.
And now it is just a matter of basically learning the lessons so that you can receive all of the benefits from that belief, you know?
И сейчас просто тебе нужно получить свои уроки, чтобы ты получила все преимущества твоей крепкой веры.
So I think that the forms that we all filled out right here, I think this is the magic of what, like each rank is kind of like a course, right? A class that we take. And as soon as we get the lessons of that rank, then we move to the next rank.
Вот эта форма, которую мы все заполняли, она похожа на... Это на самом деле волшебная форма, потому что каждый ранг — это как класс, да, который мы проходим. И когда мы свои уроки выучим, мы сможем двигаться дальше.
So, just go right across that and think about, okay, how am I doing on my courage? You know, is that a 10? How am I doing at sharing experiences? Is that a 10? How am I doing at inviting? Is that a 10? And then I want you to go up to the next level and rate that, and then the next level. And you will be ready to advance as you solidify anything there. The physical things come to play so that it naturally evolves.
То есть, Люба, ты можешь оценить различные действия, да, например, как ты делишься маслами, на 10 это баллов, как ты приглашаешь, как у тебя получается, насколько ты смелая, это 10 или нет, и так двигаться по каждому уровню в этой форме.
Is that I also, yeah, good. I also am thinking to for you to spend, the pipes and where you spent your time. Right now, it is really important to keep spending a lot of time in inviting, presenting, and enrolling. Yeah?
Люба, тебе нужно очень ну, много времени, да, уделять, большинство времени уделять приглашению, презентациям, обучению и регистрациям.
So how are you feeling about your time and focus there?
Что ты можешь сказать по поводу твоего времени и фокуса на этих шагах? Приглашение, презентация, регистрации. Как у тебя с этим?
Я очень много делюсь маслами. Я отдаю примерно 100 пробников в месяц, потому что я люблю масла и люблю людей. Но я чего-то делаю неправильно, возможно, потому что они не регистрируются с такой скоростью, как я их раздаю. Вот. Но я стараюсь и работаю над этим, и прежде всего я работаю над собой каждый день, и я верю, что именно это поможет случаться волшебству. Потому что мои регистрации, которые на сегодняшний день получаются, это самое простое, что со мной исходит. То есть я делаю из сложного, ищу их, хожу, очень много дарю, а люди ко мне в итоге приходят сами. То есть, ну, все-таки, наверное, именно вера и работа над собой дает самые большие плоды, на мой взгляд. Ну, я это сейчас так чувствую.
Luba does a lot of sharing. She just gives for free just about 100 samples a month because she loves the oils and she loves people. But maybe she's doing something which is not correct because she's saying that things don't happen as fast as I would love them to happen. So, but she, at the same time, she has very strong belief, and she's working with herself. I mean, developing and learning, and that gives her results that she receives. So that's what she said.
That's good. That's good. Let me ask a few questions about when she is sharing. What is she committing them to use when she shares the sample with them, and then following them 2 to 3 days later?
Люба, ты когда делишься, это все прекрасно, молодец, но когда ты делишься, то делаешь ли ты повторный контакт через 2-3 дня, например?
Не всегда.
Not always.
What did she say?
Not always. Following up, not always.
Okay. So this is the magic. If we really believe that these oils will change their life, then they don't know what we know. And so when we give the sample, maybe translate that.
Люба, вот здесь вот случается волшебство. Если мы верим, что эфирные масла изменят их жизнь, когда отдаем пробники, потому что они этого еще не знают.
So when you share the sample, every time it's going to be like, oh, wow, you know, this oil, I think this oil will help you. And I'm so excited to hear how it helps you. If this isn't the right oil, we will shift it to get the right one for your body. But can I call you in 2 to 3 days to see how it works for you?
То есть ты когда отдаешь пробник, ты говоришь, что это масло поможет вам, и я буду очень рада узнать, как оно вам помогло. Могу я позвонить через 2-3 дня, чтобы узнать ваш результат? И если это масло не сработает, мы подберем вам другое.
Vika, maybe one of the things that would be so good to, let's see if I can show you, to translate is just this first column of share, the 3 steps to share. And maybe email that out to them because the wording is really strong, the scripting.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. To share. Okay.
For the business and for the product especially. So I think that is key. Then every time you are giving a sample, you are following up because you really care about that person.
Поэтому ключевой момент, каждый раз, когда ты делишься пробником, обязательно делай повторный контакт, потому что ты заботишься о человеке, тебе не все равно.
And they can see that you care, and they can see your level of belief by your follow-up.
И они будут видеть твою заботу и твой уровень веры, да, скажем так, потому что ты с ними повторно связываешься, контактируешь.
Good.
Люб, хорошо?
Да, спасибо большое. Сейчас. I'm sorry. Я всегда отдаю пробникам визитку и надеюсь, что они сами мне напишут.
When I give them samples, I just hope that they will contact me themselves.
I know. If they were like us, then they would, right?
Если они были как мы, да, они бы написали.
But some of us, you know, they just don't know what we know yet. And so because of that, we get to follow up with them. Yeah.
Да, потому что не все знают люди то, что мы знаем, поэтому нам нужно повторно связываться с ними, да?
Я поняла, спасибо, все, обещаю.
I promise, I understand everything. Okay. Promise.
Okay, good. So for everyone, this is really important to understand. You know, you have a funnel, and everyone that you are sharing with is going in that funnel. And if there is a place where they are getting stuck, then we've got to figure out what that is, you know, so that we can help them get through the funnel so they get enrolled and have the oils in their home. Their life won't change until they have the oils in their home, right?
Да, Василин, ты поняла, что она тебе сказала? Еще разочек. То есть...
Давай.
Ну, давай.
То есть есть определенный путь у человека, через который он должен пройти. И иногда он может застрять на каком-то этапе, поэтому наша задача помочь ему взять его за руку и аккуратно пройти через этот путь, через разные опыты, через этот туннель, чтобы он попал в то место, где мы хотим.
Фанал — это воронка, Олег, он подсказал.
Воронка, ага. Спасибо.
Олег, покажи, чтобы мы тебя видели.
Okay.
So does that make sense? I like to look at this funnel. Yeah, that is what I'm thinking of.
Вот что я имею в виду.
So we are helping people progress through the funnel, and we are always trying to figure out, how can I help them continue? How can I help them progress? Yeah.
То есть мы помогаем людям пройти, да, через эту воронку и все время задаем себе вопрос, как я могу людям помочь, как я могу им помочь двигаться дальше, прогрессировать, расти.
Awesome.
Здорово.
Okay, so who is next?
Кто следующий?
Vaseline.
I can be next, yeah. You started off asking about the opening and the feelings we had. Well, I also noticed the competition, but I was mostly impressed by you, and I'm not even flattering. I'm just really inspired by your example, and you are just the epitome of the word influencer for me, and you're an influencer for good. And just thank you so much for helping my cousin and supporting her. And I will be honest though, once I got home, well, when I was there, I was really excited and inspired, and I was very fortunate to have 5 or 6 of the people on my team there because of you and your generosity. Thank you so much. And I was so hoping that they'll
You have a great upline. We are a good team together. I'm so grateful.
Yeah. I feel very fortunate, and I feel it was meant to be. I felt Vika knows. I was like, somebody took me by the hand and brought me in. I was really distracted though, because the same day I got home, we left to meet our new daughter, and then we had to travel back home and then back to pick her up, and then we had all this like chaos of organizing and like buying everything, like clothes and beds and things. And so this month it's just like just kind of flew past, and I hardly had any time to think of. I was a little bit too excited, I think. So I'm only now just kind of settling down back into the routine. So and actually what you left off of just with Lou was think of how you can help people progress. I think this is where I'm at the moment, because I have a lot of new people who sign up, but they're all kind of stagnant. They're not really progressing, and actually not many of them were inspired to be like builders or leaders in the first place. They're all just interested in the oils. And I have 2 girls currently who are trying to take the steps.
Well, let me say a couple things. And I don't know, Vika and Dima, do you want to do translation in the chat, maybe, of key things, or we can pause too? I want to make sure everybody's understanding.
Okay, I'll type. Dima will type for Luba. Luba, мы тебе будем переводить.
Okay, sounds good. Sounds great. So, Vasilina, first of all, I'm so happy for you and so grateful that you both got to receive this new little girl. Like, what an incredible blessing. And I'm so glad that you are feeling that and experiencing that, all the way, so that you have no regrets later. You are doing such a great job, and I'm so glad that you're here. So strong work. And that's one of the things that I love about doTERRA, is that it can support me and my family and the things that I value. So when I need to take a break, I can take a break. And when I need to put my focus and my energy there, then I'm called right back. So I think give yourself some credit and some space for that, okay? Be gentle with yourself. Be loving and understanding and accepting of the situation. And then you will always have that to be able to come back to,
Thank you.
I'll show you.
And oh, so beautiful, so amazing. Oh, heart stopping. That is, what is her name?
Tasya.
Tatya.
Tasya.
Wow. That's beautiful. How do you spell it?
Tasya. Would be Tasha, I think, in English.
Okay.
Something like this.
Yeah. That's beautiful. That's so amazing. So you have done the most incredible work you could ever do in the last, you know, the last little bit, right?
Well, we've
And
waited for that for a long time, so we've wanted that for a long
it's a
time.
miracle.
It was.
So we are so happy for you and just celebrating that. And one of the things that will help you progress in doTERRA is always keeping the first things first. And and understanding seasons, right? At the same time, we can use those things for excuses. Yeah, if we're not careful, then it was like, oh, my family is always first. Then I never get beyond my own family to bless other people. So I think, you know, pay attention to your heart a lot and the impressions that you're getting, because you will know what is of greatest worth and where you can put your energy. I like to say, when I take the time to meditate and pray, then God makes things simple, and I know the things of greatest worth, and I can put my time in there and still have time for 7 children and my husband, you know. So you put the first things first, and everything else will come into line. Also, as you're going forward, you know, as you've started this team and you have them rolling, you're looking for those things, like, even when it's a crazy season, what things do I continue to do? You know, it's like we talked about it being like it's starting a fire, right? It's, you have that fire started and now it's rolling and it's growing and it's keeping people warm. And how can you keep that fire going even when you have other priorities, you know? So decide those things that are essential and keep going with those things, because, you know, when your people become stagnant, it is oftentimes because we are not moving, you know, right? That's awesome. Can you say hi to my friends? Abby is blowing bubbles.
Hello.
So, she doesn't want to be seen. So I think, you know, listen for those impressions. I would always start my day with a blank piece of paper and say, what is the most important thing for me to do today? And most of the time it was very clear. They found me, I think. I need to move.
Hide.
I know.
My appreciation for mothers has just grown by a lot of points. I am really struggling getting used to having 2 children instead of 1, and I just don't get how you do 7. It's just
you are doing amazing. One at a time. One at a time. You're amazing. So first I want to ask you, okay, on your inviting to change lives, you rated yourselves a little bit lower. How can you take that from like a 4 to a 5? How can you increase that?
I was actually really thinking about like what it means, and the reason I gave myself a 4 because I'm not thinking, like when I'm sharing, I don't really have this thought in my head that I'm inviting people to change lives and just sharing oils. I think that's why I was basically just rating the attitude more than like the commitment, or like, well, maybe I am not too active. Oh, I don't know. But yeah, I actually put it down just when you were talking to Lubos, you said like these oils will change their lives, and I think it's important to keep that in mind. And it kind of sounds a little too lofty at first, but maybe it will. Like, that's exactly why I am taking the opportunities, because I have this feeling inside that it could be something life-changing. So maybe just remember that when I approach people, just not just share this because it can help them, I don't know, do without over-the-counter medication, but just because that's a larger opportunity for them. So
Yeah, like,
change
so
the narrative.
some of these people, it may only change, like, well, they may think it's only changing their health, but we all have been using the oils long enough to know is that it is doing so much more than just health, right? So it will start affecting their mood, and that will ripple out to their relationships and then every part of their life, right? So you have the greatest gift in your hands, and you know about that gift. Think of your life before doTERRA and your life now. Is there a significant change? Has it changed
There
your
is.
life? You know? Yeah.
It is. That's
So
yeah.
that they can decide how much it changes their life, but if we are successful on inviting and they choose to enroll, then it's going to change their life, a little or a lot, they choose. So I love how, you know, that gives, that adds to our courage, that helps us figure out how to spend more time or focus or, you know, be more inspired about that. So it could just be that attitude, right, Vasilina? That's
Yeah, I
perfect.
think so. It's more about the attitude.
So it's not like you're holding back on inviting people or you feel too pushy ever.
No,
Okay.
I think the reason I gave myself a 4 is exactly that. It's just,
Yeah.
I wasn't really thinking that I'm doing just that.
Yeah.
Invite to change lives.
That's awesome. Okay. How about belief in the opportunity in Russia? How can that,
That's my problem.
what do you need for that to go from an 8 to a 10?
I don't know. I was hoping you might tell me.
Well, can I just tell you my impressions being there for the grand opening, and I'm going to try not to cry. But being there with you all, I had the feeling that I had in the very beginning when I was first finding doTERRA, you know, and first seeing it. And I could see you all through my eyes. And I just wished I could transfer. Oh, if only they knew how good this will be, how much it will shape their lives, how much it will help their families, how much it will bless other lives. So I, you know, 10 years ago, 9 years ago, I was in the same boat as you are. I was in the same place. And people thought I was crazy because I used these essential oils. And I remember thinking, oh, this may be a hard road, you know? But then little by little, and now this year, my boys went to their scout camps and summer camps, and everyone around them has doTERRA, you know? Like, this is the reality of what has changed in those 9 years. And I haven't had to do it, you know? It wasn't all me. I didn't have to lift all of that. I just had to share with the people that God put in front of me. And that's all I did. And here we are today. And my children have a completely different world that they are operating in, you know? I was in the car on the way down because we were up at the property that we just bought where we are building our home, our legacy home, you know, where we want to be the rest of our parents, the rest of our grandparenting. And it is up in the mountains with streams around. And I am looking at all of the experiences that my children are having and the environment that they are growing up in. And I'm so grateful that they are empowered. They know how to use the oils, and they are surrounded by beauty and learning and growing. Like, it's just everything I dreamed of, you know?
Sounds
So-
amazing.
So I don't know how to tell you more than that okay, I have no question on whether the people of Russia will connect to the oils. They will connect to the oils. It is only a matter of how fast, because of, you know, our efforts, right?
Well, the reservation I have is because I hear a lot of times, and I see it on my team, even people, even when you do a wellness consultation, you tell them about the loyalty reward program, they feel excited, they sign up, and then often they say, oh, I'm just having a hard month and I just don't have enough to spend. And they place very small orders. It's usually like, I think $30 is probably the average, which is like, actually, it just destroys the point of even having the loyalty program. But yeah, I think we have discussed that with my team already, and we said that, and I was telling the girls from my experience, is that the question with the people when you share, it's not whether they like the oils or not, whether they want it or not. And often it's just like the matter of how soon they can afford them. And I think that's the starter kit is the average salary, monthly wages for a Russian person. And at first, I'm kind of over that reservation now, but when I was starting, I felt almost intimidated, almost embarrassed to be offering something that expensive to people. Yeah. And especially using the influence I have, like with like the friends and people who trust me.
Yeah.
Because I have so much more experience with the oils and good experiences, I don't have that problem anymore. But still, I think in the launch brochure, they have the average number of people you have to sign up before you hit a rank. And they said like, you have to recruit over 15 people to hit a lit. And we had about 50 when the volume was enough to hit a lit. So I think if we were in the States where people just can spend just a little bit more most of the times, well, maybe some of the times, with the 50 people we had, probably, I don't know. Is that an excuse? Is that not? But I think it's...
Vasilina, I think this is normal. And when I look at, you know, our Romanian teams and Hungarian teams, I think of them more similar, right? Their cost of living, their income is a lot more similar. And so the thing that I am seeing work there, and the thing that I think you each need to understand, is it's not just about the oils, it's a way of thinking, right? So how has doTERRA changed your mindset to be more abundant? How have you created more value in your home? Like, even if it wasn't doTERRA, do you think you have learned to create more value in your life? Value in dollars, value in blessing other people's lives. You know, this is you have a little bit more work to do, because it is more than just the oils. It is about believing that there's a better way and helping people see that lifestyle and that better way and choose into that. And sometimes you may have to help it make more sense dollars wise, you know, or rubles wise, right? But it is working. Like, Romania is the second highest growing market in the whole European, whole of Europe right now. Hungary is sixth. And you guys have so much more of a population than some of these countries, you know? So you are at the beginning stages of this, where you can find those people that are ready to think that way. And, you know, in Australia, I remember we would look for the people that already were doing like personal development, because they were already more prepared, right? They were prepared to be the leaders that helped with that kind of thought. And they were more accepting of that. He's outside by the garden. Oh, there he is. So that is an idea, you know, for your finding. Maybe that is something that you can start doing as you are looking. You are not at the end of a market. You know, in the U.S. now, our leaders are having to think of, okay, how do I find people in these neighborhoods that I feel that 90% of the homes have doTERRA? You are not in this place, you know. You are still in that. I've got to find the leaders that will be those influencers and have that mindset. So I want you to think that way. It was like, that's the way we had to think when we were down in Australia, was I'm looking for the leaders to bring that mindset, to lead the people. And you are the leaders of leaders, right? That will lead those people. How does that feel?
Sounds great. Oh, just where to find them. Oh, they'll just have to find themselves, right? They just turn up.
So some ideas, you know, we did Facebook ads for people that were doing personal development in certain markets, you know. Are they people that listen to Tony Robbins or Marianne Williamson, or that are doing online courses in Russian of a certain type, you know?
You're cutting off.
And already checked out. Okay. Are they people that are already connected to this more abundant thinking and just plugging into that? Am I clear? No?
Mm-hmm. So find people who are already on that
Okay.
path.
Yeah. Because there are already people that have already broken the tradition of the fathers, right? And have already moved away from that. And there are people that are really entrenched in the traditions of the fathers. And the oils will help, you know, break down some of those old patterns. But remember, like, abundance is a mindset. We are just aligning with it. I like to think of it as a, you know, it's like this funnel, this flow that's coming down from heaven, literally, right? And if we just will line up with those beliefs, then the funnel and the flow can flow down to us, right? Whether you're in Russia or Romania or Hungary or anywhere else in the world, that flow is accessible for you, okay? How does that feel?
Inspiring. It's just,
So whenever are you going to be tempted with this idea of, hey, Russia, maybe the opportunity isn't real in Russia, and you will have little things come up for you that are going to make you question, right? And those are when you can decide, hey, am I going to fear, doubt, and worry, or am I going to stay strong in my belief? And that is the only question, right? The reality of that coming up for you, it's going to come up for you. And it's going to come up again and again and again and again. This is normal. The only question is, what will you do with it? Will you entertain that thought? Will you let the doubt live in your head, or will you cast it out that fear, doubt, and worry.
Thank you. Yeah.
So welcome. I want to, on your time question, we kind of addressed that on the priority piece. But again, right now, you make sure, maybe it's the beginning of the week, that you're making sure your leaders, your people that are already committed, have the support that they need. And you're putting those things very first. But then but most of your time should still be in inviting, presenting, and enrolling, right?
Mm-hmm.
Until, that those things will start decreasing once you get up into silver a little bit less, gold a little bit less, but inviting and presenting and enrolling are still the key. And
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you.
Best curriculum for continuing education. I like, you could start with they're going to have the essential emotions class translated as part of the Empowered Success. So you could use that as class number 1. And then I will look for the link and share it with Vika for the other class that I like. You can just get one set of them and teach from that set. But it's a 6-set series, and it's kind of like cleansing, So you could use that for ideas. The other thing that I have people do is just use the Live Guide, and then they will teach a class about every spread. They will go into more detail on that class, And when you say how to inspire others or potential leaders to do the same, what do you mean by that?
The same, I mean, where is my thing? The 2 things that I wrote before. Finding time for everything and just continuing on.
So you're going to inspire best by doing that, by living that, right? That's the only way you're really going to inspire. So you start with you start doing that. And maybe, you and your husband have this accountability every week so that he knows what your goals are. You are working together to reach those goals. Then you've got accountability with Vika, and go. So when, as I think about and hungry, they are looking for those other thinkers, the abundant thinkers, but also they're using more of the opportunity, not just the oils, right? So yours might be more often like the oils and the opportunity, and making sure that people are making money with the opportunity, right out of the gates, having good experiences, enrolling people, enrollments, so they can get the fast start money and seeing the power of the opportunity. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I love you. I'm so excited for you.
Thank you.
You are set up to perfectly for growth. So you help these people progress and solve their and get solutions to their problems, and this value will come back to you. You just keep focusing in on how can I help them progress, what's the next step, What do I need to invite them to next? You know? It's like some of us spent 2 years learning how to invite people to the next step and helping them progress, right? So it is the same.
Great, thank you
Okay.
for the ideas.
Awesome. Natalia, you still are there? You are just maybe helping your baby. How are you? Oh, good. There you are.
Yes, I'm here and all my family are here.
Oh,
So probably I need a little more.
okay, there you are.
Yes, just give me 5 minutes, okay? So probably.
No worries. I'll do Elena. We'll do Elena first, and then we'll come back to you, okay?
Yes, of course.
Perfect. Okay. Elena, how are you?
Лена, как дела?
Да, ну уж, how are you? Я понимаю, beautiful. Да. Thank you.
I am so happy you are here, and it's so good to see you again.
Я очень рада, что ты здесь.
Мгм.
Рада тебя видеть.
Да, я тоже. Too.
Me too.
Awesome. Tell me about how you have felt since the grand opening and how you are progressing.
Какие чувства у тебя были после открытия и как ты стала развиваться дальше?
У меня сейчас довольно сложный период в жизни, связанный со многими изменениями.
Right now, very complicated period in my life. Lots of changes are happening.
И несмотря на это, я трачу очень много сейчас времени на то, чтобы планировать развитие с doTERRA.
And in spite of the family circumstances, I am spending my time planning how I can grow with doTERRA.
В первую очередь я полностью согласна, что у нас людям нужно доносить не только, что это эфирные масла, но и те возможности, которые открывает doTERRA. Я уже даже проводила определенную там двухдневную сессию по этому поводу.
I totally agree that besides the oils, people here in Russia need to learn about the opportunities doTERRA. Is there for them. And I even did a 2-day training to test that.
И пока люди, как бы онлайн очень тяжело, а проводить очные классы у меня сейчас очень мало возможностей.
It's very hard to build online. But doing live classes is hard for me right now because I don't have opportunity to do that.
Плюс сейчас двухмесячный огромный просто проект по БАДам с doTERRA требует очень много времени, ресурсов.
And right now I'm involved. I'm teaching 2 months. Training on supplements, on doTERRA supplements, and it requires lots of time and resources.
Но, во всяком случае, люди прислушиваются, немножечко сейчас меньше у меня регистраций, но я думаю, наберем опять нужную высоту.
Right now I have less enrollments. It's kind of hard right now, but I hope that, I can grow and progress.
И, конечно, сейчас работаю с девочками, пытаюсь своим в команде показывать возможности, общаюсь постоянно в контакте, особенно с основными, кто развивается с doTERRA, у кого есть команды. Пока вот тяжеловато, буксует пока.
I am also working closely with my leaders who would like to build, but I'm trying to show them opportunities, but it's kind of hard. They don't, get it. Not all of them get it. So.
Мои чувства после открытия доTERRA на самом празднике было просто потрясающе. Настолько домашняя атмосфера, настолько классно все, без пафоса, даже не знаю, как сказать, фейерверков, все четко, по-деловому. Я люблю такой подход.
I really, and how I felt about doTERRA opening, I really felt a family atmosphere, very friendly, at the same time, very good organized. There was no like fireworks or like fancy things. At the same time, very simple. I like that approach. Professional, yes. Thank you.
Спасибо.
Yeah. Good. Okay. Well, that sounds amazing. Thank you for the update. I have a few questions for you.
Спасибо, Лен, за вопрос несколько к тебе.
So, first of all, you teaching the course on the supplements is so good with you sharing your knowledge. And some of those things can be distractions if we are not careful.
То, что ты учишь курс по БАДам, это очень здорово, что ты делишься знаниями, но есть определенные моменты, которые могут отвлекать нас, если мы не будем внимательны. Сейчас посмотрим, что...
So some of the other team might be so happy that you are teaching that course because it is helping them grow their businesses.
Другие команды, например, могут очень радоваться, что ты им помогаешь, делишься знаниями, и от этого их бизнес будет расти.
Да, я это понимаю.
Yeah, so it is just be wise about getting your people started. And then if you are doing educational things, leverage your time so that you can teach that course one time and then you always have the recordings for your team to access or other people to pay for and access.
Да, и старайся мудро распоряжаться своим временем, как ты, особенно в обучении своих людей, да, может быть, проведи этот курс, у тебя будут записи потом, чтобы люди смогли иметь доступ к ним, ну, то есть мудро распоряжайся временем, чтобы обучать свою команду.
На самом деле в этом курсе я и сама, понятное дело, глубже окунулась в БАДы, и хочу сказать, что во многие влюбилась еще больше. То есть, когда я поверхностно об этом читала, узнавала, это одно. Но когда мы все разбираем вообще по элементам, по полочкам, даже я влюбляюсь еще больше в БАДы доTERRA.
This training on supplements helped me learn the supplements deeper, and I fell in love with them. So.
I am so glad. I'm so glad. I'm sure it is perfect. So I just want you to have that perspective going forward so that you are in choice.
Просто я очень рада, что у тебя так все здорово получается. Просто помни об этой перспективе и что у тебя есть выбор.
Okay. So I want you to use your passion. You are doing so great at using your passion and your gifts to further, your cause. So keep doing that. That is right on.
Я хочу, чтобы ты использовала вот эту свою страсть, огонь для того, чтобы продвигалась дальше.
Just do it in wisdom, right? So right now might be more of a stage where you are finding your builders and leaders, and then you have all these great courses that you can plug people into to educate and empower them.
То есть делай все с мудростью в первую очередь. И да, подключай людей к тем курсам, которые у тебя уже есть, наработаны. Их обучать.
Yeah. You wrote about that you need more time and more energy, right?
Ты написала, что тебе нужно больше сил и времени, ну, то есть, что тебе этого не хватает сейчас.
Да, да. У нас
So,
грандиозные планы внутрисемейные, круговерть, ну, вплоть до того, что буквально на днях я тест-драйв на тракторе проходила. Вот так вот.
Have great plans as a family, and it's kind of, this time is kind of crazy. Just a few days ago, I did a test drive. I drove tractor.
how fun.
Да,
You
здорово.
know, it is great to be doing those things that energize us, you know, that brings us energy. Keep taking your Mito to max and doing the things that you love. And so go ahead.
Ага. Просто занимайся тем, что дает тебе энергию. Принимай Mito to Max и вперед.
And now you can leverage your time. You have so much wisdom, so much knowledge that if you can leverage your time better, right, with an assistant, with others, then you can do twice the good. You can triple the good. You can multiply the good that you can do.
Просто мудро распоряжайся своим временем и, например, с помощью ассистента все мудро планируй, и тогда ты сможешь в 2 раза, в 3 раза делать больше добрых дел, которые ты уже делаешь.
Maybe you trade oils for an assistant, you know, or you trade coaching an assistant for time.
Может быть,
Or you pay them. But trading, everyone on the call could do. You can all trade for babysitting, trade for oils, trade for coaching. Yeah?
То есть ты можешь, например, предложить масла взамен на помощь своей ассистентке, да, помощнице, или ты можешь предложить коуч-сессию, или чтобы кто-то посидел с твоим ребенком, пока тебе нужно поработать. Да, и каждый из вас, кто на звонке, тоже может так же делать.
Да, я это понимаю, но сейчас как раз вот проблема с тем, что я не знаю, где я буду через какое-то время и кто меня будет рядом окружать. И вот этот вот период времени, когда мне удастся кого-то найти в ассистенты, пока немножечко вот во времени это сдвинуто. Да, мне нужен помощник, я это уже давно чувствую.
Yes, I definitely need an assistant, but right now I'm in a place where I don't know where I'm gonna end up in some time, like what location and who will surround me. So it's kind of hard to plan right now.
So what if right now you just got a virtual assistant that could support you from wherever they are? And it was just a few hours a week, maybe.
Может быть, ты можешь найти какого-то виртуальную помощницу, ну, которая тебе может помогать несколько часов в неделю онлайн как-то.
Да, я думаю над этим вопросом. Спасибо. Да.
About this.
I found
что-то.
It forced me to think.
Oh, Natalie, sorry, we can't hear you. Natalie? Natalie, sorry, we can't hear you. Девочки, вы слышите, Нетали?
Ждем.
Она слетела.
Понятно. А где? А вот она.
Ну, у нее,
У нее какие-то...
Зависло что-то.
да.
So, you can choose what to focus in on, and you can choose what your priority is right now, but your team will only be activated and bring new people when you do that, when you are activated and you bring new people. So it starts with you. They are watching you, seeing where your focus is, seeing where your priorities are.
Ты можешь, конечно же, выбирать свои приоритеты, на чем сфокусироваться, но твоя команда видит, что ты делаешь, и она будет также, например, приводить новых людей, только если ты приводишь новых людей. То есть за тобой наблюдают и смотрят, что делаешь ты.
Мгм.
So, get create, ask yourself, how can you best use your strengths and your gifts to help solve people's problems, and then find a way that through that process that you can help share and enroll people as well, not just educate, because educating is only so much, but when you can educate and empower them with the oils, then you are changing lives.
То есть подумай, как ты сможешь твои сильные дары, таланты, вот все твои сильные стороны направить на то, чтобы помочь людям решить их проблемы. Не только в обучении, но и делиться маслами и, ну, соответственно, их привлекать.
Мгм. Да, это ценно.
So the one I want you to, Elena, just like the courses that you teach, this is the curriculum for doTERRA and progressing in doTERRA. If you will pay attention to what course you are in and how to progress up to platinum, then you will keep growing and growing. Just keep your focus here, or you will get a lot of things, but maybe not as much of what you really want,
Нетали показала форму, которую, да, мы заполняли. То есть вот эти ступенечки — это план развития в доТERRA, такая, да, программа развития, ступеньки. Поэтому просто держи в фокусе и посмотри, что тебе нужно для того, чтобы достичь платину.
Окей.
So one step by one step. Good job. I'm happy for you.
Молодец.
Just as a note for all of you, it's that good and better and best is so important, because if you will choose, I like to call them the 9s and the 10s. They're the very best things that we can do. Those will help you be fulfilling your mission. It will keep you happy and healthy and energized. But the 7s and the 8s, those are those things that are distractions to us and would keep us doing good and feeling like we are making a difference, but we are living under our privileges. Yeah?
Вот есть вещи, да, которые хорошие, которые лучше и которые самые лучшие. Вот, если мы ставим оценки 9-10, это те, да, дела, которые помогают нам быть счастливыми, здоровыми, вдохновляют нас. И если 7-8, то это то, что нас, возможно, отвлекает от нашей миссии, от чего-то очень важного, и мы не пользуемся всеми привилегиями.
Okay, Natalia,
Let's
do this.
Спасибо огромное. Рада пообщаться.
Thank you. I was so happy to talk to you.
Thank you. So happy too. And Dima, Luba's Dima, I want you to think of any questions you have at the end, okay? Then we will come to you.
Дима, подумай о вопросах, которые у тебя будут в конце, и потом будет возможность поговорить.
Можно я спрошу быстренько?
Okay, Natalia.
Quick question.
Natalie, can I quickly ask a question that I forgot to ask?
Yes, Vasilina.
On Premiere, you have Grow, Trust, to Enroll. And Vic and I were talking about that. We were not sure. Like, is this grow, like how people trust you before you can enroll them, or grow your own trust?
It's kind of like, in order for people to enroll, they have to believe, right? They have to trust you. They have to trust the product. How are you doing at having that trust in place so that they do enroll? You know, is there a break?
Like yourself and the product you present, or just you?
Yeah, it's really about them trusting you, like having this trust between you.
Okay, great.
Василина, напечатаешь вопрос и ответ в чате, хорошо? Спасибо.
Okay, Natalia. I'm so excited. You've got great goals of gold by December. And
Ваши цели, золото к декабрю.
tell me how you think you can take your level of belief up a step. What can you do right now?
Вика, ты переводи, потому что у нас больше уже девочек, которые не понимают.
Я печатаю, Наташ.
Ну хорошо. Ну, я буду говорить на русском, ладно? Я просто для себя сейчас поняла, что мне нужно как бы тоже перераспределить свой фокус. То есть то, на чем я концентрировала время раньше, тоже сейчас уже услышала интересные для себя мысли. Поэтому я поняла, что мне нужно просто сместить фокус в другие направления, точнее уделить больше времени в других направлениях. И я думаю, что уже сейчас даже в принципе я вижу результаты того, что вот я уже начала это делать.
I have, Natalia is saying that she shifted her focus a little bit so that, and she's trying, doing some things and trying some other things and starting to see results there. So she's trying some new other things that will work and bring her to her goal.
Awesome. Do you feel good about those things? Are they working for you? Do you have any questions about how they are going?
Они работают для тебя, то есть ты хорошо чувствуешь?
Да, я чувствую хорошо.
Yes, I feel good.
И да, я сейчас просто как бы опять фокус переместила на то, чтобы искать новых людей и доводить их до регистрации, потому что одно время я очень много уделяла времени именно поиску новых людей, но не все они доведены до регистрации. И сейчас я просто поставила цель именно довести этих людей до регистрации, ну и как бы дальше, и потом двигаться дальше.
Right now I am concentrating on finding new people and also leading them to enrollment. And also I had some contact from the past, and I didn't lead them to enrollment, so that's what I am doing again. So, trying to get them enrolled.
I like it.
Going back to them. Да, мне нравится.
Sometimes that is a process, everybody is on a different timeline, and so it's really good to revisit.
Иногда это процесс, то есть у каждого свое какое-то время особенное, поэтому возвращаться к старым контактам хорошо.
On finding leaders, I think it's so important that you know who you want that leader to be. So we talked about kind of making a picture, of what, maybe a stick figure of that, and then some of their attributes, so you can be clear about who you are looking for, and then you can exercise your spiritual energy and prayer and intention to that end.
Мгм. По поводу поиска лидера мы уже говорили о том, как важно знать и представлять, кто это будет. То есть, может быть, картинку или там, вырезать этого человечка, написать характеристики этого лидера, ну и затем направлять свои усилия, там, молитва, медитация в этом направлении.
One of the most powerful, I love to hear that you're doing other things or trying other things, and it can be it is good just to do. Some of the times that's the best way to get rid of our blocks is just to keep moving. Yeah.
Мгм. Мне нравится, как ты сказала, что ты стараешься делать что-то новое, и это хорошо, потому что самый лучший способ избавиться от наших блоков — это начать делать.
So just keep moving, and the blocks have to clear, right?
Просто двигайся, а блоки будут сами уходить, исчезать.
What are the biggest things that come up for you? What are you feeling like the biggest blocks are right now?
Что является твоими самыми большими блоками сейчас?
Наверное, тоже их много, и так или иначе они все связаны с деньгами, я думаю, что...
There are many of them, and practically all of them are connected with money.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, what is the biggest money block that comes up for you?
Какой самый большой блок по поводу денег?
Опять-таки, да, вот, ну, например, у меня сейчас вот как бы в связи с тем, что мы переходим на рынок, у нас вот и стоимость регистрационных наборов гораздо выше стала, то есть мне вот это немножко как бы притормозило в том, чтобы активно людям рассказывать про регистрационные наборы. И тоже стоимость, опять-таки, да, уже девочки говорили, что тоже переживают из-за этого. Это тоже иногда всплывает, но это не постоянно. Но да, еще такое немножко просто подвешенное состояние из-за того, что у нас не сформировались окончательно цены и какие-то организационные моменты. Это тоже меня как бы тормозит, и я просто переживаю в том числе, чтобы говорить с людьми и предлагать им.
Our prices went up in the new NFR system, and I feel I worry about that. I worry about telling like enrollment kit prices, sharing enrollment kit prices, because that's expensive. And right now we don't have the final prices yet, like OTG price, we don't have them yet. So that makes me nervous to talk about enrollment kits for people.
Okay, I hear you, and I think one thing is good for you to know that we really push back with corporate about them having the same prices all across Europe. And so we have asked for them to do an audit kind of on everything and see if there are ways that they can bring the pricing down so that the oils are more accessible for people.
Я понимаю тебя, слышу. И что мы сделали? Мы поговорили с корпоративным офисом, чтобы для России, да, для нас цены были ниже, чем в европейских странах, чтобы масла были доступны. И попросили их сделать такое исследование, аудит цен на рынке, ну и чтобы снизили цены для нашей страны, чтобы масла были доступны.
One of the most powerful beliefs for me was I am given enough and to spare. And that helped me. Once I believed that about myself, then I could believe that about others. And then it wasn't so much about the money, in that the money was there. The money wasn't an obstacle.
Мгм. Мне помогло утверждение, в которое я очень сильно поверила, это то, что у меня есть достаточно и еще больше, да, то есть и деньги уже не стали препятствием для меня тогда, когда я сильно в это поверила.
There will always be money things that come up. So, and there will always be things that are not completely decided or that you could worry about, right? Like lots of options of things that we can worry about. But if you have these core beliefs about money clear, then you are clear. You're a clear instrument. You're a clear messenger.
Всегда будут какие-то возникать ограничения, которые связаны с деньгами, но если ключевые наши верования, да, по поводу денег будут сильными, то у тебя, ну, ты будешь таким ясным посланником. Да.
How does that feel? To
Ну,
try
как,
that on.
да, как ты чувствуешь по этому поводу? Что ты думаешь об этом?
Да, я думаю, что, конечно, нужно в первую очередь самой поверить, и тогда уже ничего не нужно будет никому пытаться доказать, или просто это будет уже исходить из меня.
Yes, I also feel that I need to believe firmly myself, and then I don't have to prove anything to anyone.
Yep, exactly right.
Yeah.
And then there is no like force energy with it. You know, it is just, I know this is true. I know this is real, and you can accept it or not. There is no force.
То есть нет никакой силы, да, давления на людей. То есть ты просто знаешь и все, и даешь человеку право.
One other belief that is coming up for me that may be useful for all of you is one that I use a lot. It is everything works out for me.
Я очень часто, ну, я люблю это очень выражение, и, может быть, вы тоже его будете использовать, такое утверждение, что все складывается для меня наилучшим образом.
When our great-grandparents had to struggle, and our grandparents and our parents, and then we have had some struggle in our life, small or large, it is easy to start thinking, oh, life is going to be hard.
Наши родители, их родители, родственники, у них были сложности, и очень легко начать думать, жизнь трудна, да, тяжело жить.
But then when I believe life is going to be hard, then I manifest life being hard, and this is not the life I want to manifest, yeah?
И когда я думаю, задумываюсь над этим, что жизнь будет сложной, тогда я это все проецирую, действительно так и случается. Но это не то, я не такую жизнь хочу для себя.
I used to believe that life is hard, then we die, then heaven is good.
Я верила раньше, что жизнь сложная, потом наступает смерть, а в раю нам уже хорошо.
But I believe there are some better ways, and that truthfully, life can be joy and meaning and a stretch. And then everything will be better. Yeah.
Но на самом деле жизнь может быть в радость, может приносить нам рост, и в конечном итоге все складывается хорошо.
So everything works out for me.
Все складывается для меня наилучшим образом.
What other money blocks come up for you?
Какие еще
Natalia.
блоки с деньгами, Наташа?
Natasha.
Наташа, какие еще блоки?
Ну, на данный момент вот из актуального это вот то, что я сказала. То есть пока что все остальные, может быть, не так пока чувствительны для меня. Вот, потому что тоже со многими уже я поработала. А этот вот пока что так или иначе всплывает. Ну, не постоянно, но вот так или иначе всплывает. Так пока с этим надо разобраться.
Yes, my biggest block was the one that I shared, and it constantly, came up in my mind. And I need to deal with this at the moment. Others are not as relevant or significant.
Great, great. Okay, so when any of these blocks come up for us, there is a process that is very good. I think it's translated into Russian, but you can find it at thework.com, and she has several worksheets to look at your beliefs and ask questions like, is it true? Can you be sure that it's true? And most of the time, when I have a belief, I can get stopped with these two questions and turn it around.
Natalie, is it thework.com?
Yeah.
Okay, I will type it. Ты можешь перевести, Дим? Значит, когда девчонки, помогайте, кто-то услышал? I just lost the thought, Natalie.
No, it's okay. So Andy makes me go through this process lots of times because I have lots of beliefs that keep coming up. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, this is so hard. Oh, da-da-da.
Есть просто такая форма на нескольких листочках. Я думаю, что она переведена на русский. Вот мы ссылочку напечатали в чате theword.com, и там задаются нам вопросы, и мы должны себя оценить. И я тоже нахожусь еще в этом процессе, когда борюсь со своими какими-то лимитирующими установками.
So he will just look at me and say, okay, calm down. Let's just look at the belief. And then he makes me do the exercise on the website.
Энди тоже мне помогает, и он говорит, когда я там начинаю волноваться, он говорит, хорошо, давай посмотрим на веру, да, какая у тебя вера, и я делаю это упражнение, прохожу его на этом сайте.
And so many times it helps me take the emotion out of it. I get so intense, it helps me take the emotion out of it so I can see, oh, that's crazy. That's a crazy belief.
И это мне помогает увидеть, что действительно моя какая-то установка сумасшедшая, и я от эмоций своих освобождаюсь таким образом.
So, doing the work on our beliefs is so powerful. It will bless our children. It will bless their children. It will make our lives better and better and better. So, on Sundays, we are always doing some of the work, our belief work, yeah?
То есть, когда мы прорабатываем наши установки, это очень сильно поможет не только нам, но и нашим детям, их детям. И вот по воскресеньям мы иногда делаем такую работу, это упражнение, работаем над своими установками.
And Natasha, sometimes when I'm working on belief work too, I have to go to my core beliefs because I know it is so much bigger than me, and I need help. My thinking is limited, but I know that a higher power can help me think in different new ways and can take away my old thinking. So that is a prayer that I say.
И я просто понимаю, что иногда мои тоже установки, верования, они меня ограничивают, и я тогда должна обратиться к высшему источнику для вдохновения.
And I want to tell you the same thing. You just keep going up the ladder. You keep focusing on learning those things so you can fill every box with a 10. And Vika, maybe we could translate this form so it's clear, you know? I'm happy.
Наташа, то же самое касается и тебя. Посмотри по этой форме, оценивай себя, иди вверх по ступенечке, чтобы в каждом квадратике были десятки.
Last question for you, Natasha. You talked about being focused and seeing what's important. Do you have any other questions there? You feel good?
Наташа, ты говорила о фокусе, о том, что нужно делать то, что важно. У тебя есть вопросы в этой области? Или все хорошо? Наташа, последний для тебя вопрос. Ты говорила о фокусе, о том, что для тебя важно. Есть какие-то вопросы? Ага.
Я просто... Ну, из-за того, что у меня 2 маленьких детей, мне иногда просто кажется, что, ну, вот есть вещи, которые я запланировала, я делаю, но иногда мне кажется, что в какие-то моменты нужно уделить внимание другим вещам. Но я, например, не вижу эти вещи из-за того, что вот делаю что-то как... Потому что я себе сказала, что я должна это сделать. Я, может быть, в каких-то моментах не очень гибкая и не всегда могу увидеть действительно вещи, на которые мне стоит обратить внимание.
I have 2 small kids, and sometimes when I plan something, I don't see what's really important for me. You know what I mean? Like, I just plan them, but I don't see that they're important.
Ну, например, я просто что-то, ставлю, да, себе какие-то задачи, и я выполняю их, но иногда бывает просто, как сказать, это может затянуться, и, может быть, даже в какой-то момент потерять такую актуальность, и я просто не вижу, не успеваю смотреть за другими какими-то возможностями или куда сместить свой фокус. То есть вот не очень, как бы, может быть, в этом гибкая получаюсь.
So when I plan some things, sometimes because, I'm busy with family and kids, it takes it takes time for me to accomplish things. And during this process, I don't see other things that I need to see. Maybe. I'm not that flexible in this.
So maybe you need to pray for more flexibility, right? And
надо молиться, чтобы у тебя было больше гибкости в этом.
But also use your strength of being really focused and passionate. So one thing that I wonder if you could get some focus time where, maybe you are trading babysitting with someone else, or, that time is really powerful. So a lot of our builders will, they have play dates with their kids. And so 3 times a week, they have 2 hours that they can focus in on just exactly what needs to be done in that time. And they use that time to follow up, invite, teach other classes, and then they are doing what they need to take care of their family. But then, on a Friday night, they are watching other kids, and present during that time.
Наташа, может быть, тебе следует рассмотреть возможность, чтобы кто-то побыл с твоими детьми, пока ты можешь сфокусироваться на своих задачах. Например, много людей, которые вот у нас сильных лидеров, что они делают? Они 3 раза в неделю на примерно 2 часа своих деток отдают, да, для того, чтобы за ними кто-то посмотрел, и используют это время, приглашая, обучая, ну, то есть на приглашение или на повторные звонки или на классы, да. А, например, в пятницу они смотрят за чьими-то другими детьми. Ну, то есть вот так вот кооперируются, чтобы было это сфокусированное время.
How's that feel?
Yes, sounds good. Thank you.
Well, I'm excited for you. I think a lot of the things that we've talked about today have built on each other, you know, so hopefully you all got a lot of ideas from even learning from each other, and and knowing that, you know, we all have similar challenges. Yeah.
Я думаю, даже то время, которое мы вместе сегодня провели, было вам полезно, потому что вы учились друг у друга, и у вас у всех общие какие-то сложности есть, и всем вам было полезно.
You're doing a beautiful job, Natasha. Just focus in on where you feel your heart calling you, and it's going to open up. Okay?
Наташа, молодец, замечательно все делаешь, просто сконцентрируйся на том, куда тебя зовет твое сердце, и все получится.
Thank you, Natalie.
So cute. You are so welcome. What a beautiful baby, huh?
Красиво.
Yay! Спасибо. Okay. So Dima, questions or and then any other questions? Yeah.
Дим, какие у тебя вопросы?
Да, всем привет, ребят. Нетали, я тебя очень-очень-очень-очень-очень рад видеть. Вот.
Well, Natalie, I'm so glad to see you.
Thank you.
У меня такой вопрос. Помоги мне, вот подскажи, как в опыте там американских мужчин или европейских. Вот. Хочу развивать сейчас некий такой блог, либо Инстаграм, либо YouTube. Что мне делать? Как себя позиционировать? Как человека, который использует масла, вот, и рассказывает, что вот масло, я тут добавил масло апельсина, вот чайное дерево, я тут себе там прыщ вылечил и так далее. Вот, то есть делиться лайфхаками такими, либо рассказывать больше про бизнес. Как вот в соцсетях себя или как в роли блогера себя вести?
So my question is, from the experience of men doing doTERRA in the United States, in Europe, I'm thinking of building online using YouTube or Instagram. So what will work better? Like if I give advice how I use this oil and it helped me with this, or concentrate more on the opportunity. So
On a business opportunity.
yeah, on business opportunity, on product. So how does this work?
That is a great question, and I think both of those channels are great channels. We have seen a lot of success on YouTube with longer videos. Let's see. So, I think right now for where Russia is, like, you know, a lot of the people that are having success in Brazil that is also opening and also has less money, you know, like the standard of living. He had a lot of success with the opportunity videos. And you can definitely do the oil videos, and he did a lot of videos about oil use. But opportunity was where, you know, people were interested, and that drove a lot of action. You know, people are looking for freedom, and that is a bigger pain point sometimes than their health.
Отличный вопрос. Я видела разные примеры того, как люди делятся тем, как продукт работает и бизнес-возможностями. Я сейчас думаю о Бразилии, где уровень жизни тоже не очень высокий. И было много успехов у лидера там, когда они говорили о бизнесе. И также об использовании масел. Но главное найти ту болевую точку человека и воздействовать на нее. То есть то, что для человека будет актуально.
И Наталья еще добавила, что иногда свобода — это большая боль, чем даже здоровье. Человек хочет больше быть свободным, чем быть здоровым.
Окей, хорошо. Thank you.
I just put in the chat notes the web address where we have a link to one of our Diamond's YouTube channels, and he's the one that was doing everything for Brazil that was very successful. So
в чате посмотрите, ссылка на Бразилию. Там один лидер делал YouTube-канал, он был очень успешен. Гляньте его.
So I would focus on the opportunity, and you can even do Facebook ads to drive people to the YouTube channel. But think of your demographic of who you are looking for to be leaders with you.
Я бы сфокусировалась на бизнесе. Можно использовать рекламу на Фейсбуке для того, чтобы люди шли на YouTube-канал. И думай о демографии, то есть где люди находятся, те лидеры, с которыми ты хочешь работать.
I think one other really good thing is, well, he has had lots of enrollments, but he found the biggest builder in Brazil from that YouTube channel. So.
У него очень много было регистраций, но вот через этот YouTube-канал он нашел самого сильного лидера, который у него есть.
So kind of like we were talking about earlier, you are looking for those people that already think, they're already thinking about personal development. They're already thinking about freedom. They already know what they want that way. And you doing a YouTube channel gets your message out there more so that you can find those people. It's like a bigger net, yeah?
Это то, как мы говорили раньше, что
мы ищем людей. Мы говорили раньше о том, что нужно искать людей, которые стремятся к саморазвитию, которые хотят свободы. И, ты можешь таким образом привлекать их.
What else?
Что еще?
Что еще? Вот сейчас, когда формируется команда у нас с Любой, посоветую вот с чего начать, с чему их обучать вначале, в самые такие вот простые вещи, базовые, чтобы вообще и нам начать в этом направлении двигаться, вот, и команде было полезно, и они начинали как бы привыкать к такому наставничеству и коучингу. Вот с каких вещей начать это делать? Самое простое обучение.
What's your recommendation for us when we're building the team now? What we should focus on teaching them?
Teaching them first, like what basic things do we need to teach them?
So we can set up the right foundation for them so they can move forward.
Yeah, I think there's pipes and there's nothing more important than those actions with the right mindset. So you always keep teaching the mindset all the time, but that understanding those actions and doing those actions are key in progressing. Yeah.
Помни об этих этапах труд.
Подготовка, приглашение, обучение, рекрутирование и обучение дальше. То есть вот эти 5 шагов.
И очень важная связка – это состояние ума и действия. То есть когда совпадают эти два фактора, то есть если у человека правильное понимание и действует, тогда будет успех.
I think the other thing to always remember is the oils are not just part of the product offering and our product offering. You know, we get to use the oils every day and the product every day so that we get through our blocks, right? So this is my wheel of oils. Let's see if you can see. Yeah, and I come here every morning so that I can use what I need to use to get past my own blocks and be where I need to be, you know?
Мы должны помнить, что масла – это не просто продукт. Это то, что мы сами используем ежедневно. Вот наши масла дома, которые у нас есть. Я каждое утро подхожу сюда, и я беру то масло, которое мне сейчас на данный момент, чтобы я могла преодолеть свой блок, с которым я сейчас сталкиваюсь.
So don't keep integrate the product into the business building and the training so they have energy and they are at a high vibration, yeah?
Используй продукт и интегрируй его в бизнес, чтобы у них были и пищевые добавки в жизни, чтобы они могли жить на максимуме своих возможностей.
Повысить вибрации, да.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. Those are really smart questions.
Умные вопросы очень.
I want to encourage you all to remember that this is a business too, and you want to think about where you invest your time, your energy, and your money. So now is the time to invest. Maybe translate.
Okay. Я хочу, чтобы вы все помнили о том, что это бизнес. И вы должны понимать, куда вы инвестируете свое время, энергию и деньги.
I remember having a conversation with Andy where we decided we were going to give it 2 years. We were going to invest our time, our money, our energy for 2 years, and this was going to be our focus. And then we would see how far we had gotten, and then we would decide from there. So the money, the time, the energy that we put in the very beginning has multiplied so much. It is like investing in any business. Putting that money in at the very beginning, putting the time in, putting the energy in, will bring great rewards.
Я помню, с Энди мы когда-то сели и спланировали, куда мы будем инвестировать наше время, энергию и деньги на следующие 2 года. И потом, через какое-то время, мы сделали анализ того, куда мы пришли, и мы увидели, что эта инвестиция была очень огромная, и она дала большие плоды. Это как любой бизнес, в который мы вкладываем время, деньги и энергию.
So one thing, so along those lines, I've been thinking that we would like to, you know, we as your upline, us, James and Roxanne, Olga, Tanya, we would like to help organize, maybe if you guys think it is useful, like a convention gathering where maybe you gather to watch convention there in Russia, but you can come together and have like your own mini convention, yeah, experiencing convention there. So maybe we will leave you guys to think about that and brainstorm together how to do that best. But that was an idea that came the other day, so that we don't have to, you know, if you have the means and you want to fly across the ocean, you can. But if you don't, then we bring together our teams and help them feel and learn, and we all grow together.
У нас была такая идея, вы о ней подумайте. Конечно, если вы можете приехать на конвенцию в сентябре в Америку, будет здорово. Но мы бы хотели, чтобы у вас был этот опыт конвенции у себя на родине, чтобы мы сделали такую встречу, где вся команда могла встретиться, и мы бы посмотрели какие-то моменты, какие-то рабочие встречи были, чтобы мы могли публицировать конвенцию здесь.
What do you think?
Что вы думаете об такой идее?
По поводу приезда на конференцию, которая будет вот сейчас осенью?
Нет, про то, что сделать что-то мини-конвенцию здесь.
Мини-конвенцию. Мы только за, да, good.
I'm in, totally in.
This is great
idea.
Да, и будем рады видеть Нетали здесь, конечно.
Well, if Natalie or anybody else can come, it would be great.
Это будет супер.
Yes, would love to have you.
Lena says, very much in. This is great.
Мы, похоже, Нетали опять потеряли. Пока что.
Слушайте, у нас уже за полночь, ребятки. Будет очень неверсливо, если мы...
Уже к нам Нетали поехала сразу.
Она сейчас уже заканчивает.
Ну да. У лидеров так и есть, у них от слов к делу очень быстро все.
Да, все, она уже едет.
Стук в дверь, такой дык-дык. Здравствуйте.
Дим, пока Нетали подключается